So the other mentoring role you have responsibility for is our doctoral students here
Right,
on
right.
campus. How do you think about doctoral education, and how do you go about mentoring students that come here?
Right. No, that's a great question. I see my job as a PhD faculty mentor is I am helping train the student to be an independent researcher, teacher, worker when they get out. So my job isn't to train them to be able to do exactly what I do, but to train them to do what they want to do. And not only that, but like in the classes, in all the PhD classes, my job isn't to teach them material that they can repeat to me on an exam. My job is to teach them to question things, to learn how to research things, to learn how to critically read research. That it's the focus is more on these skills that then when they change topics or when they move on to their next position, that these skills will go with them and help them to succeed. So it's a different, I see undergraduate education as a different goal than graduate, because graduate is really about the PhD students finding what they are interested in. And that's going to meander a little bit, right, over their time here. But for them to explore and find what they're interested in, and then to do that well. And as they progress through from the first year all the way to the dissertation defense, is that they do that more independently. And so for me as a mentor, I view my job as scaffolding. And what I'm scaffolding on, or how I'm scaffolding them, or how much I'm scaffolding them, depends on where they're at in terms of year in the program, but also their personal skills. So.
And I know in your own research you see these after-school activities as more important or equally important with the classroom activities. Is the same true in graduate school, that the experience in labs, the research apprenticeships, the interactions with peers, equally, if not more important than the classroom?
Right. Definitely. I see what I provide in the classroom, what our other faculty provide in the classroom, as providing the foundation of knowledge, of tools, of skills that then they use to leap off of. But it's really, when you think about, take my job as a faculty member here, is I do spend some of my time in the classroom. What I learned in graduate school in the classroom is helpful. It provided that foundation of knowledge that I use everywhere at every point, every aspect of my job. But a lot of what I do is outside of the classroom, like mentoring. You were just asking me about that. We actually don't have a class on mentoring, but that's what you learn in the lab by seeing how you get mentored, right? And also how you mentor younger scholars. And so I think in that regard, as an example, it's very important for graduate students to mentor undergraduate students, to mentor younger graduate students, right? And then to also take time, and I talk with my students about, we have spaces where we talk about mentoring and what's working for them and what's not. And so it's much of what I utilize in my job today, again, has that foundation that was built in the classroom, but it's really based on things that I've learned outside. When you practice and you try and you do and you fail, right? And then you pick yourself up and you try again.